All right, ready for another deep dive. Today we're in London.
London?
Yeah, an active art theft investigation.
Oh, wow.
We've got police reports and notes.
Straight from the source.
Exactly. And we got to see if we can crack this case, before the thief makes off with the loot.
Sounds like a challenge.
It is. So we've got these two officers leading the investigation, Brown and Patel. Brown seems like one of those classic London,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, loves his job. Got a dog, Max.
Aw.
Yeah. And apparently he starts every day with coffee and the news. But this case,
This one's different.
yeah, it's got him so on edge that even his morning coffee tastes off.
I mean, when even the routine is disrupted, you know it's serious.
Right. It's like
Okay.
those little details speak volumes. But let's get into it. The stolen item is a valuable painting
Valuable. Oh, yeah.
from the Royal Art Gallery, owned by this guy, Mr. Harris. And, the big questions pop up immediately. Who did it?
Yeah.
Why? And how they get past security.
Especially in a place like the Royal Art Gallery, those security systems are top-notch.
Multi-layered, sophisticated.
This is no average thief we're dealing with.
Oh, absolutely. This was planned, no doubt. So Brown and Patel, they're at the gallery. Start with the basics, right?
Basics.
Visiting Mr. Harris, seeing that empty wall where the painting was.
Oh, I bet that's eerie.
It's gotta be. They're checking out security protocols, too, who was around just before it all happened. And then they start interviewing the gallery staff.
Makes sense. Got to start somewhere.
Right. Get a feel for everyone's routines, possible motives.
But interviews can be tricky. It's not just what they say, it's how they say it.
The body language, those little inconsistencies.
Exactly. But while that's happening, our officers are heading back to review security footage. That's always so interesting.
I love that it's like looking into the past.
But it's not always perfect. The quality, the angles, the time of day, all of that affects what we see.
True. But in this case, they do see someone entering the gallery at 2 a.m. Masked up, of course. Classic art thief style.
Naturally.
But there's a broken lock, but no fingerprints.
Gloves, maybe? Definitely planned.
Definitely. And here's where things get interesting. They go to the staff members' homes,
Two.
yeah, to interview them. And on the drive over, Brown's talking about how different London is now.
Oh, like how it's changed.
Yeah, fewer cameras back when he started,
Yeah.
more foot patrols. London's always evolving.
I like those little glimpses into the past, you know?
Yeah, me too. It adds a layer of depth.
Yeah.
So they get to the first house, and no one's home. They've already left.
Huh, that's odd.
Yeah, a little suspicious. Then, the next house, the door's wide open. Brown tells Patel to wait back, careful as ever.
Yeah, can't be too careful.
Right. And inside, it's a mess. Papers everywhere, a
Yeah.
chair knocked over, like a struggle happened. Yeah. And then Brown finds a photograph of the staff member with this guy, completely unidentified.
Oh, wow. A new character enters the scene.
Right, who is this guy? So Brown calls for backup immediately. They got to search the area.
Smart move. Gotta act fast.
Back in the car, they're going through everything, but the pieces aren't quite fitting.
Puzzles can be tough.
Patel, she's still kind of new to this kind of high-stakes investigation, and she says this is way more complex than she's used to.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Brown tries to reassure her. London, he says, especially with these kinds of cases, it's like a maze.
Oh, I get that. So many twists and turns.
Back at the gallery again, staring at that empty space. Brown's looking at the alarm system, and it hits him. The thief knew exactly how to disable it.
Inside jobs.
Yeah. This wasn't just random, it was planned. Someone on the inside helped.
That changes things.
Big time.
Yeah.
Patel's worried now they might have missed something. This thief could be long gone.
The pressure's on.
For sure. So they're back in the security room. Maybe they overlook something. And then they find another camera feed. Hidden
Right here.
footage from a storage room.
Oh, that could be big. Storage rooms often get overlooked.
Could be the missing piece.
What'll it show? This is getting good.
We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so last we left, our intrepid investigators, they just found a hidden camera, footage from a storage room.
Potentially a game changer, right? Those hidden cameras often catch what the main ones don't.
Exactly. So spill it. What's on the footage?
Mm.
Do we see the thief in action?
Well, remember that photograph? The one with the unidentified man at the staff member's house?
Yeah, the mystery guy. Still don't know who he is.
Well, guess who's on the footage?
No way, it's him.
Yep. And here's the kicker. He's meeting with one of the gallery staff right there in that storage room.
So we don't see the actual theft, but this is definitely suspicious.
Suspicious is an understatement. I
Yeah.
mean, this suggests some level of collaboration, wouldn't you say? More than just coincidence.
Oh yeah, way more. Puts them together at the scene, in a restricted area too. Definitely helps build the case.
Definitely does. So they're on the footage together, but what are they actually doing?
Yeah, that's the question.
They're moving stuff around, kind of suspiciously in and out of that storage room where the painting was kept. And remember how Brown suspected inside help with the alarm?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They caught the staff member disabling it during this meeting.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a smoking gun, isn't it? Confirms inside help for sure. But why? Why would this staff member risk everything? Their career, their reputation? Must be a pretty strong motive.
Right. Could be money, of course. Art theft is big business. We're talking about a valuable painting. Maybe a hefty sum was offered.
Yeah, but selling a stolen masterpiece like that can't be easy. It's not like they can just, list it on eBay.
You'd be surprised. There are these underground markets, private collectors, even criminal organizations specializing in this stuff. They know how to move stolen art, make it disappear.
So it's risky, but the payoff could be huge.
Yeah.
But what if it's not about the money? Maybe revenge, a grudge against the gallery owner.
Oh, definitely possible. Some kind of personal dispute or maybe professional rivalry or even, they were forced into it, threatened.
Like coerced into helping.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
adds another layer to it, right? Trying to understand what was going on in their head, the pressures, the motivation.
Because you think. So with this new footage, what do Brown and Patel do next? I'd be hitting the streets looking for these two.
That's exactly what they do. Top priority now is finding the staff member, still no idea where they are, and that unidentified guy. They need a name, a face, something.
Big city like London, though.
Yeah.
Talk about finding a needle in a haystack.
Oh, yeah. London's a tough one. Aliases, burner phones, networks of accomplices, it's all in play.
And the clock's ticking? Public's watching, media wants updates, Mr. Harris wants his painting back. That's gotta be intense.
Oh, yeah. High-profile case like this, the pressure's on. But it shows how important their work is, right? It's more than just the painting. It's about justice, about keeping things in order.
So while they're trying to find these two, let's talk motive for a second. We got money, revenge, coercion. Anything else we can piece together from what we know?
You know what's interesting to me? The staff member disabling the alarm system. It suggests a level of planning, not just someone acting out of fear.
Right, like if they were really forced into it, wouldn't they try to alert someone or sabotage the plan? It feels more deliberate.
Definitely makes you think. Maybe it was resentment towards the gallery or the owner.
It's like there's more to the story, something underneath it all. Those relationships between the staff member, the unidentified man, and the gallery owner. That's got to be key to understanding it all.
Figuring out those relationships, the history, how they all connect. It's not always just the evidence. Sometimes it's about the people, their wants, their weaknesses.
It's what makes these cases so interesting, right?
Yeah.
Even with all the tech and gadgets, it still comes down to people and their choices.
Always does. And as we get deeper into this, we're going to see how complex it all really is.
Back again for the final part of our London art heist deep dive. We've followed every clue with Brown and Patel, and now things are getting real. Our staff member and the mystery man from the storage room, they're the prime suspects.
Right, and the investigation takes a big turn when they actually find the staff member.
Oh, they do? Where?
A little flat in London, that's where they track him down.
So a face-to-face, finally. What's it like, the staff member singing like a canary?
Not exactly. It's tense. They claim they were forced into it. Yeah, saying this mystery guy threatened their family, made them do it.
Classic tactic, playing the victim.
But are Brown and Patel buying it?
I mean, they're skeptical, which is smart. Coercion's possible, but they got to check it out. So they start digging into the staff member's life, finances, connections, the drill.
Thorough. I like it. So what do they find? Anything juicy?
Well, let's just say there are some, shall we say, interesting financial transactions.
Oh.
Yeah, big money transfers going into an offshore account linked to our staff member.
Offshore account, those always spell trouble.
Oh, yeah, those secrecy laws, hard to trace the money, perfect for hiding those ill-gotten gains.
So much for being coerced. It sounds like they were in on it for the money.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. More than just a pawn in someone else's game. They wanted a piece of the pie.
So does our staff member finally crack under pressure?
They do. All that evidence, especially the money trail, it's too much. They confess. Turns out they were approached months before the heist.
Months. So this was all planned out way in advance. Oh, yeah. They were offered a cut of the profits, a big cut.
Greed. It's a powerful motivator, isn't it? Makes people do crazy things.
It really does. But what about the mastermind? The mystery man? Do we finally get a name?
Yeah, do they know who he is now?
Nope, still a mystery. The staff member only knew him by an alias.
So he gets away with it.
Not so fast. They have a name now, or at least an alias. Plus, they got the details of their interactions from the staff member's confession.
A starting point, then.
Exactly. Now they can try to track his movements, see if he's connected to anything else. The hunt's still on.
Brown and Patel, they don't give up easily. Gotta admire that dedication. Even with one conviction, they want to catch them all.
It's about justice, about making sure everyone involved is held accountable. Not just about the painting, it's about the bigger picture.
Well, that's the end of our deep dive into this London art heist. We followed the clues, the motives, the twists and turns. But just like in real life, some questions stay unanswered. Will they catch the mastermind? Will the painting ever be recovered?
Who knows, maybe one day we'll get a follow-up report, another piece of the puzzle. But that's what makes these deep dives so interesting, right? We get a glimpse into this world, the investigations, the evidence, the decisions, the people behind it all. It's messy, it's complex, but it's real.
It really makes you think. We've seen how dedicated these investigators are, the challenges they face, and just how easily greed can lead people astray. And even though this case is still open, we've learned a lot about art theft, the motives, and the people trying to stop it.
Exactly. And that's the point, isn't it? To learn, to understand, to get a little closer to the truth. And that's what we've done today.